Welcome students to SV Union High School and Junior College. Standard 6 English Prose Lesson 3.3 Stone Soup. Introduction. Stone Soup is a humorous play. It is actually an old folk tale in which a hungry traveler tricks the miserly villagers into believing that soup can be made from a stone. As the pot of water boils with a stone in it, he urges the villagers one by one to add more and more ingredients until the soup becomes a feast fit for a king. This play tries to tell us that when people share resources, no matter how small each contribution is, the result will always benefit all. Summary. The play Stone Soup revolves around selfish and miserly villagers Motiram, Sonabai, Hirabai and Rupabai, and a traveler. The villagers who have their cottages close by are discussing about the people who come uninvited. They do not like to have guests, more so uninvited ones. A traveler, weary and hungry, enters their village and tries to ask for help. But each of the villagers gives some excuse not to help the travelers. In the end, the traveler plays a trick on the miserly villagers, brings out a magic stone and prepares a wonderful soup, that too with things like vegetables and other ingredients given by the villagers themselves. Here we follow the lesson 3.3 Stone Soup. A village. A few small cottages standing close by. They belong to Motiram, Sonabai, Hirabai and Rupabai. It's evening. They are chatting outside Motiram's house. Motiram, your farm produce was really good this year, I am told. Sonabai, so was yours, I hear. Motiram, I don't want to advertise it, though it might attract the guests. Traveler enters from a corner. The villagers don't see him. Hirabai, you are right. Guests can be nuisance. Sonabai, I agree, especially uninvited guests. Motiram, uninvited guests are pests. Traveler becomes nervous, doesn't come forward. Hirabai, true, I never waste good food and money on others. Rupabai, do you think that is right? How can we refuse them? Hirabai, just find some polite excuses, that's all. Sonabai, you are right. I can always cook up some excuse. Motiram, me too. For me, charity begins at home and stays at home. Anyway, I must attend to my work now. See you. All neighbors, see you later. They enter their homes. Traveler comes forward. Traveler, what hard luck. I am a poor, foot-sore traveler and I am so hungry. But this bunch of villagers look tough. I don't think they'll offer me food or rest, but let me try. He knocks on Motiram's door. Motiram opens the door. Motiram, yes, Who are you and what do you want? Traveler. I am a traveler. I am very hungry and tired. Can I please have some food and a place to rest for night? Motiram. Dinner is over. There is nothing left. Try elsewhere. Shuts the door with a bang. Traveler. How rude. Let me try the next door. Knocks on Sonabai's door. She comes out. Good evening, kind lady. I am a traveler. Can I have some food and a corner to rest for tonight? Sonabai, putting her hand behind her ear. What did you say? Traveler, aloud. Can I have some food? Sonabai, wood? Why, there is plenty in the forest. Find a fallen tree and chop all the wood that you need. Traveler, I said food. I am hungry. Sonabai, you agree? Fine, then go and chop the wood. Goes back into the house. Traveler, well, that was a clever excuse. She pretended to be hard of hearing. Let me try elsewhere. Knocks on Hirabai's door. Anyone at home? Any food for a hungry traveler? Hirabai comes out. Good evening, ma'am. I wonder if I could get something to eat and a place to rest for the night. Hirabai, pretending not to understand his language. Ogo, yawa, on, doof, dana, no, on, test, rof, eno, rich. Traveler, I don't understand you. Hirabai, shaking her hands. Dug, I do, ton, tanwa, yugo, ot, og, wells. Goes back inside, leaving the traveler bewildered. Traveler, so that was her trick, talking gibberish. I am not defeated. Knocks on Rupabai's door. She comes out. Rupabai, yes. Who are you? Young man, I have not seen you around. Traveler, I am a traveler and I wondered if I could get some food as well as a corner to rest for this night. Rupabai thinks, alas, my larder is empty. I am so hungry myself, but I have nothing left in the house. Traveler, I am sorry to hear that. Rupabai, I am sorry too, but I can't help it. Sorry. Turns to leave. Traveler, aloud, wait, madam, if you are also hungry, I can make us both some soup. Rupabai, but I told you, my larder's empty. I can't offer you anything. Traveler, all I need is a cooking pot, a spoon and some water. I have a magic stone in my bag. When you boil it in water, it makes a delicious, nourishing soup. Rupabai, really? A magic stone? And all you need a pot of water? I think I can manage that. Traveler, yes, just a pot of water. Only a bigger one. Rupabai goes back to her cottage. Traveler collects wood and makes a fire in one corner. The other neighbors peep out from their door and windows and watch quietly But curiously, Rupabai comes out with a very big pot. Rupabai, here's your pot of water. Traveler, thank you. Now just wait and watch. Puts the pot on the fire, takes out a stone from his pocket and drops it in the pot. Rupabai, a magic stone that makes soup? I can hardly believe this. Sit down to watch. Traveler, sniffing and pretending to enjoy the aroma. Ah, lovely. It's going to be really delicious. To Rupabai, if we had only one or two potatoes to add, it's taste heavenly with potatoes. But alas, we don't have any. Rupabai, one or two you said. Let me see if I have just one or two left somewhere. Here, luckily, I had a few left. I've even peeled them for you. Traveler, wonderful. Puts the potatoes in the pot, stirs for some time, and sniffs again. What? With potatoes you've given? The soup will now be terrific. Sniffs, carrots, and tomatoes would give it a tempting color, wouldn't they? But that would be too much to hope for. Rupabai, I don't know. Shantabai comes out with some tomatoes. Sonabai, hello, maybe I can be of some help. I had reserved these tomatoes for tomorrow, but I am always willing to help. You know, and I know that Hirabai has plenty of carrots, but I'm not sure if she'll share a few with us. Hirabai enters with a few carrots. I don't have plenty. In fact, I too was reserving these for tomorrow. But never mind, if Sonabai can spare her tomatoes, I too can spare these. After all, you don't get to see a magic stone making a magic soup every day. Traveler bows to the woman. I am really speechless. You noble ladies, this is going to be a famous soup. Adds the vegetables, stirs and sniffs. It reminds me of the soup that I had made some time ago. I had added just a few beans, onions, and I think a little piece of ginger. And what flavor it had! Those are the only little things missing now. But what we have is also good enough. You can always have the best. Enter Motiram. Motiram, why not? If you can have the best, why miss the golden chance here? Take these. When help is needed, old Motiram doesn't lag behind. Offers vegetables. Traveler bows. How can I ever forget your generosity? Adds all the vegetables, stirs and sniffs. Ah, absolutely mouth-watering. What flavor! What aroma! What taste! Takes a sip. Marvelous! If only I could add a pinch of salt, it would be perfect. Rupabai, I'll get some salt and bowls for all of us. Traveler, thank you. I was about to suggest that. Exit Rupabai. You are all being so kind and helpful. It's an unforgettable experience. Rupabai turns with salt, pepper, and bowls. Traveler adds the salt, stirs, and serves the soup to everyone. Rupabai, ah, wonderful! You can taste the goodness of fresh vegetables. Sonabai, yes, unbelievable. No one would think that this soup was made with a stone. Motiram, you have said it. Such delicious vegetable soup and made with a stone. Hirabai, I wonder what happens to the stone. Does it melt away? Traveler, oh no, it remains the same. Takes out the stone from the pot. Take a look. This was the stone that made the soup. Aside to the audience. Have you guessed the secret of the stone soup? Smiles. You can make it even without the stone. Curtain as everyone enjoys soup. Thank you, students.